Skateboards. We're a Handcraft Skateboards for Life Skateboards with the owner, and you can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. It's just me and Sam making these boards here. We just ended live a little bit earlier so I could go to the premiere and be in chat with you guys on the Lagoon to the Moon 3 video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's a little 10-minute video of a trip we took. I'm going to share this to Facebook real quick. Yep, Facebook. And we're back. All right, so here at Life Skateboards, we do everything in-house. We handcraft skateboard decks. So we press the boards, we glue the boards by hand, we put them under pressure for 24 hours, they cure for 7 days, and then Sam cuts the shape out. After Sam cuts the shape out, I shape it, and then it's ready for graphics. We apply our graphics with hand-carved lino blocks here. If you go to lifeskateboard.com, you can check all those out. So before we ended the live, I was halfway through shaping a board, and then we went to the premiere. So I've got, let's see, 3 more boards to finish all the way through here and 1 more board to finish halfway through. So let's move you guys over here. Feel free to ask questions. I have this little mic on here now so I can actually talk to you guys. Whoop. If the mic goes out, just let me know. The phone mic works pretty well, but these new DJI mics, they make it so I can talk to you guys while the equipment's going, things like that. While I'm on the orbital, I don't have a respirator on, so I'm able to talk to you guys. All right, so let's get it going here. Got 4 more boards to do. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. If you're unfamiliar with what you're watching Life Skateboards be made. Here at Life Skateboards, we handcraft skateboard decks. And you can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. I'm really liking these mics because I can talk to you guys while I'm working. Now let's move on to the Mac wheel here. And like I said, if you're unfamiliar with what you're watching Life Skateboards be made. So this last step here is the orbital sander. Bear with me here for a moment, guys. I'm gonna set the mic down here and blow my nose so you guys don't have to listen to that. That's gross. Whew. See, here in Indiana, our temperatures change pretty drastically. And I don't care how long you live here, you never get used to it. So, we got beeswag here. It says they look thicker than 7 plies. Are you referring to the templates on the wall? Because these are not skateboards. These are the shapes for skateboards. So this is how the shapes are cut out. Obviously, it's going to be thicker than a 7-ply board because those are cut out of plywood. This is a 7-ply board right here. Good questions, though. Wow, good questions, though. Did you hear any of that? Because I did not have my mic up to me for it. You're asking good questions here, and I didn't have my mic ready. Watching from Argentina, thank you very much. She's nice and thick. Yeah, you're also just not used to seeing boards with really good concave. Obviously, you're not going to see that straight there because of how deep our concave is. Best wood to use is Canadian or Great Lakes maple, and then you want to use a 7-ply board. Imagine caring about what another man did to his face while he's telling you about the things that he's passionate about. I hope that precision, I hope you get some precise reflection into yourself there and get a little answer about yourself. Why do you care? I guess is the question you should be asking yourself. It is. It's a fun one for bowls. You know what? Let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. If you take pride in going on the internet and upsetting random people and you're like, oh, I baited that person, I made him mad. Like, what's your point? What is the purpose of your life? Because if your purpose is only to bother other people, that is a horrible impact to leave on this earth. Me personally, I think that our whole purpose here on earth is to leave a positive impact. And you're taken away from that positive impact every time that you pride yourself in upsetting people. It's pretty weird. But go for it. I know you won't accomplish anything else today. That's fine by me, buddy. Precision, you're just going to go ahead and get hidden. I hope that you learn to grow up one day. Thank you, Rolls, man. We try to here. Not much, guys. Just making skateboards. Making skateboards and thinning out the herd on my channel. Look it up. I bet the boss man has heard of them though. But you said, what was that? Logan Earth boards? I'll have to check that out. We do have a few shapes on longboards. We've got the surfer, the stretched panhead, and the drop down. Check us out at lifeskateboard.com. Dang, you guys just really like being hidden with your first comments. at Drifter, good people over there. I personally am very against heat transfers, but Ryan Taylor over at Drifter is making good boards. Yep, the website's lifeskateboard.com. Check us out. I would highly suggest checking our website where we've got over 100 shapes on there. What kind of dust collection do we use? So on this one right here and only this one, we've got this hooked up to a Festool vacuum system over here. For the rest of the process, you will see me throw a respirator on because sawdust isn't good for you. So I'm just gonna assume that these little trolls in here making really, really weird statements about me are being sent by the super strangely manipulative guy in our scene that surrounded himself with children to try to upset me. But it's all good. Once again, yes, I'm a toy maker. I make toys. We all play with toys. This is a beautiful wooden toy right here. Man, you guys just really love thinning out the herd here, don't you? You make it easy for me, that's for sure. Apparently, he hired some real shitty contractors, that's for sure. Oh, I try to ignore them, but they're also a great source of letting out my anger on them. That's pretty fun. No mask on this step here because of the Festool vacuum system, but we will throw a respirator on for the rest. So now that the excess glue has been removed from the top and bottom ply of this board, we're going to clean up the rails on here. Absolutely, it is a toy. It just depends on how you use it. Yeah, I mean, the act of skateboarding has become, you know, I mean, of course it's a sport. It's in the Olympics, things like that. But skateboarding is this thing where you don't have to stay within the parameters of contests. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You can just play with this thing. Watch a freestyler. Watch, what is it, Roly Poly Nolly on Instagram that rides for Heroin Skateboards. Watch him skate. Watch Dead Dave skate. You can skate however the hell you want to, and that's why it's a toy, because we play with it for the rest of our lives. It's a fidget spinner for your feet. Pretty much. Absolutely. It can be used as a shield, and if you get a shape like this one, it can be used as more than a shield. We even have giant knives. One of our boards was actually confiscated in South Africa at the border as a weapon. Hey, yeah, Baz, thank you. This is a 150 disc here. We finish all the boards at 150. You start going higher than that, the lino blocks want to shift around while we're printing. So 150 is the sweet spot for finishing. Thanks, Johnny. I made it in life, and now I'm trying to tell you to get a life at lifeskateboard.com. Thank you, Chester. I appreciate you. And thank you for sticking with skateboarding. Yes, this is a skateboard, Bentley. Doing the cleaning up the rails and the edges here, and then we'll move on to the next one. From Spain. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the support, Gogu. I greatly appreciate you. I'm just trying to like that, and it's trying to get me to hide you. Stop it. There we go. Hi there, Sean. So we've been doing this for a very long time. This is how boards are made. I'm not really looking for suggestions. So the reason that we use this DeWalt sander is because, as you're about to see me do here, I'm going to put a lot of strain on this sander that you shouldn't normally put on an orbital sander. So we go through these every once in a while. A lot easier to replace a cheap one with an expensive vacuum system than it is to replace the expensive one. So that's why we use this one. This right here is what I'm talking about. Putting a lot of strain on the pad while I'm going around the rail here. But this is just how we are going to do it. And when I'm done with this here, I'll show you the Festool system. My life is like riding a skateboard. I eat shit, I break things, and every once in a while I smile rolling away. We're just using a cheap old DeWalt here, not with the adjustable speed on there, and eventually it'll give out, but goes through hundreds and hundreds of boards before we get to that point. All right, just running my hand along this. Needs a little love on this rail. All right, this guy's good for graphics. This is a beautiful shape, isn't it? Hey, maker to maker. Thank you for doing what you do. All right, so real quick so you can see, this is that Festool vacuum system here. The orbital plugs in to the front of it. You have it set up so that when you switch the orbital on, the Festool vacuum system kicks on. All right, so we are gonna get to shaping some more boards here. That was a, let's see, what was that? Nope. Oh well, this next one looks like a panhead to me. I think it's a panhead. Let's check. Is it a panhead? It's a large panhead, and I'm just holding that up to a template to see. So this is our large panhead from Life Skateboards. You can get that at lifeskateboard.com. I'm gonna throw my respirator on. We're gonna bring that edge to a 90 so we can round it off on the next step, and we'll get going here. Remember guys, you can go to lifeskateboard.com and get one of these of your own. And don't forget to subscribe if you like what you're watching. Turn on notifications because I do nothing that resembles a schedule. You just gotta kind of catch me working to watch me working. So what we're doing here is the lower edge on this belt. It's sticking out farther than the other edge. So I'm going until I can't see a space between the top edge and the belt. On the rails, there's not much material to take off, but what I'm doing on the rails is just giving it a consistent line on there. So the next step here is my favorite to watch and show you guys. I'm glad that you love it, Brad. Thanks for being a good Brad. I don't know many of those. Making a skateboard, not a snowboard. So Anindin just showed how they don't understand how equipment works. So just so you're aware, if you're wearing gloves while you're using spinning equipment, your fingers can get pulled in and ripped off, things like that. The other reason I don't wear gloves for this process is running my hands along the board as I'm getting done with it is part of the quality control. If I feel anything like a ridge or maybe a ply sticking out a little bit or something like that, that's something I've got to clean up. So that's why we don't wear gloves on this process. This is sandpaper. So the same thing that's going to be on top of your board. The same thing that made my fingers real tough for years and years and years. But yeah, now you know. In the chat, I can't see you on there. Oh no, he better put gloves on. Over here to the Mac wheel. What are you guys talking about? Awesome, Kenneth. Thank you, blended family. You guys are not very smart. This is my job. Once again, I'm going to advise you to check the title of this live where it says how skateboards should be made, not make suggestions about things I've never done. Silly people. Some of you. Sounds like I do this every day. All right. And we're back. Oh. What does this do for the board? Sand it. Am I the artist? No. So the majority of our graphics are done with done by Ben Blakely. We use hand-carved lino blocks for our graphics. We are located out of New Palestine, Indiana, just 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. The shop used to be in Muncie, Indiana, and we moved. That part was just cleaning it up a little bit further, and then we're going to finish cleaning it up. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that just cleans it up a little bit further. Just another step of sanding. Life Skateboards. Yep, that's what you're watching. Definitely, yeah. So I mean, each of these steps, so as we're moving along here from tool to tool, it's going to be taking off less material for each tool. So the belt's going to take off a big chunk of material while it's bringing everything to a 90. And then the quarter round is going to take off pretty much the same, if not a little bit less material when it's rounding it off. Then we're taking a little bit less off, cleaning it up on the drum there, cleaning it up with even a little bit less there. And then this is just touch up. So anything that gets missed along there, whether that be in the center of the concave, the edge of the rails, or anything like that, this is just the final touch up here. So as we're going along there, we're just getting more fine-tuned to finishing the board out. You can buy these boards at lifeskateboard.com. That would be lifeskateboard.com. Yeah, so what you're seeing up in the rafters right there, those are actually called masters. So these on the wall, we call them masters, but these on the wall here are templates. So obviously a template has to be perfectly symmetrical left and right. So the easiest way to do that is make a half template and then mirror it. So what's up there in the top, those are all the masters for all of our shapes. So if anything happened to some of the templates, we can remake the template using that master. Glad you guys saw that. Guy just trying to be negative. What's being negative? Oh, I mean, I'm confused. What's going on here? What's going on with blunts for 420? What's up with you? Why do people think you're being negative? What's the widest board we make? You're in the right place. 14.6 inches wide. Yes, you heard me correctly. 14.6. I mean, yeah, this is a business. I mean, it's a company. We handcraft skateboards for everybody. It's all right, guys. I'm sure that was just a misunderstanding in the chat. BMX is rad. I don't do it. My BMX career lasted about 15 seconds when I made my way halfway across the park and then woke up underneath a rail because I thought I had the confidence to air a hip and I did not have the ability to match it. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, that's just a misunderstanding. We're all smartasses to each other as friends, and then when we all jump on a chat together and don't know each other that well, we're all just being smartasses to each other, and sometimes it comes off as negative, but we don't need to. How do you make them curved? We press them. So those on the walls aren't boards, those are templates. We press the boards with 7 plies of maple. Whatever shape you want. So we could make you the toy hammerhead if you wanted to. Yeah, it's hard to read tone in the YouTube chat. I wish they would. We need to just like, remember in RuneScape, and yes, remember in RuneScape when you used to be able to like make the squiggly letters or things like that? I think we should do that, and then we'll have tone with each other. Squiggly letters if you're being an asshole, shaky letters if you're scared. I don't know. We need to work on this, but the website is lifeskateboard.com. Sorry, lifeskateboard.com. Yep, that's the error right there, Feeble. It was a confusion, Blunts. It's okay. I promise. Pull out your shaky text. I still think we should do that. You're playing RuneScape right now? If you're not bulk mining outside of Eric, what are you doing? You know? Up for a long time. The company started in 2012, so this is all an accumulation of lots of customer requests, brainchilds of Sam, mine, and people on the team. Wait, what? Sailing is a skill? That's insane. Is this owl? No, but there's an owl right there. That's an owl. That's one of our graphics here at Life Skateboards. Do I ever feel burnt out even though I love it? Not really. You know, there's days where it's a little bit frustrating, like you make all these boards and sometimes you get more sales outside of your state than you get in your local community, but it is what it is. The community here enjoying what I'm sharing with you and all that fun stuff is exciting for me, and it's what I love. So I don't know, I think this will probably be what I do for the rest of my life. I really enjoy it. That way, you know, on days where I can't skate, I'm still skateboarding. Skateboarding doesn't always involve riding your skateboard. That's one of my first lessons I was taught by my first board sponsor. And being adjacent to skateboarding or skateboards in any way, shape, or form is going to make me happy. So they do. Those coffin boards are awesome. Gray Jedi got one from us. They're fun too, and you can skate them. I filmed an edit with one right when we came out with it. It was pretty difficult. Ah, man, we just keep finding trolls on here. Thoughts on Supreme branded boards. My thoughts on Supreme branded boards are they're probably branded with a heat transfer, and heat transfers suck, and they ruin skateboards. And I don't know who their board maker is, so I would need to know who their manufacturer is to talk about quality though. Alright, so now that the nose and tail and the top and bottom are clean, we're going to clean up the rail and then move on to the next board. Thank you, Myra. I don't know, buddy. I don't know how I ended up this way. Somebody's suggesting trucks in here. Who's in here asking about trucks? Do y'all have trucks that are 10 or 11 inches? Yes, we do. Slappy, and yes, I did see that suggestion in there. Thank you for suggesting Slappy. Slappy made a 13-inch truck, which is why we made 14-inch boards. We've always been known for having boards that are too big for the trucks on the market. They make a 10, 11, and 13. I don't know why they skipped 12, but they did. So you can get those from us as well. What inspires me in life? goal to have a collectively positive impact on this world, I guess. That's the way I view my purpose on Earth is whatever impact I leave. So I want it to be a positive one, help people out, and maybe entertain some people along the way. Whatever it is, making people smile and making people feel better. That's what motivates me through my day. Trying to give lessons to people that are wasting their lives by being negative towards people all the time. Standing up for the people that can't. Things like that. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Unholy Terror. I try. But you never get to stop. You know what I mean? If you view your purpose as a collective impact of everything you've done, you don't get to stop. Thank you. I'm glad people are finding this and being happy with it. I'm pretty stoked on the viewership on these last few lives. You guys helped me get my most viewed live earlier today with 115,000 viewers. That was awesome. By the way, if you guys like what you're watching, please double tap the screen for me. With shaped decks, not really. This is based off customers. So a customer ordered this. That's why this is getting made. Wow. Thank you, Z-Man. You guys are awesome. Where is your respirator? You don't need one when you got the vacuum system hooked up here. But don't worry. I'll put it on in a second. As soon as this board is done, which it is. A little bit of touch up here. Yeah, so for the orbital, I don't wear a respirator because it's hooked up through a vacuum system, but we do throw a respirator on for the rest of the process. It is a very boxy shape, isn't it? This is the same process for fingerboards, yes, but with fingerboards you get the versatility of being able to use exotic woods and other kinds of materials for your veneer because you're not going to be putting that much strain on the board to create your concave. So you can play with some really cool woods that I can't. So have fun. That's always fun. Como haces los dobleces? I'm sorry. Oh, Micah, I gotcha. So Micah said, I'm skating the 12-inch heroin board right now. You got anything like that? We got something better. And yes, I mean it when I say something better. So we've always had boards up to 11.75 with our barge. We're very proud of our deep concave and our very just unique concave. We've got a 13.6-inch wide board and a 14.6-inch wide board now. We looked at the big boards on the market and realized that the big ones kind of have a concave that feels like an accident. Some of the boards on the market that are real big kind of look like they set a popsicle in the middle of it and then it's concave to the edge. So what we did was we made sure that we made really big boards with really good concave. I'm gonna see if I've got any. Yeah, here's one. So here's a big boy right here. Look at this. It's got wheel flares all the way to the edge of the board. The concave is really nice. And we've got this in a few different shapes. You can find those at lifeskateboard.com. We've got the triple and quadruple XL panhead. We've got the Mega Twin and the Mega Twin XL, the Mega Roll and the Mega Roll XL, as well as the Agro Extreme. Thank you very much. Do a triple kickflip? You're correct, I won't right now. It's been a very long time since I've done a triple kickflip. Now you're gonna make me wanna go do that. Oh, awesome. Thank you for translating for me. I only speak one language well. Being able to speak two languages is so impressive, no matter how good you speak either one. How do we get the curves in the board? Right here. So this is our press, one of them. We got plenty of them. We glue the board veneer up together, throw it in there, put it under pressure, and there you go. Thank you so much for translating that, by the way. Top left by the door. The dump truck, that one. Actually, you guys are mirrored. I have no clue what direction you're doing. Mega roll in stock. So when you get anything here at Life Skateboards, it's made for you. So when you say, is it in stock? Yes, because we can make it for you. We don't like to make a lot of boards and have them on hand, because then they're sitting there waiting on you, and we'd rather have it fresh for you. Now we are probably gonna move towards an idea where we're gonna finish some boards and have those boards directly available on the website, but we haven't moved that far yet with that. But yes, the Mega Roll is available. Give me 1 second here, guys. While I go run outside real quick, go ahead and check out lifeskateboard.com for me. I'll be right back. Give me 1 moment here. I'll be real honest with y'all here. I had to go out and pee, and I didn't want to bring you guys with me. I said I saw a question about a Mark Gonzalez style beamer. So I'm gonna go around this way, and I'm gonna show the nose of that thing that's hiding back there, and then I'm gonna let you deduce that answer. Well, if you want to go and see one of those gigantic boards being flipped, I posted a short this last week of Chuck Bennett and ollie flipping 13.6, and then in the Lagoon to the Moon 3 video that just posted at 12:15 today, there's a point where I break a board, so I had to skate the 13.6 and did kickflip up the Euro with it. It was pretty hard, but yeah, there's some that are pretty close to Roscott. You know what? You brought up Roscott. You brought him up. I had to bring it out. This is what you were referring to as far as that shape. So we got a lot of fishtails in this shape. Is this real? No. This is an old knockoff. Isn't that wild? I found this while I was cleaning out a house. An old knockoff Roscott with the tail guard, nose guard, and rails on there. And it's got the little bumpies on the inside of the rail. So there's the knockoff Roscott, if you guys didn't know what he was talking about there. And if you don't know why I'm jumping all over the place with what I'm talking about, I am very scattered-brained. Do I like hunting? I don't go hunting. I live in Indianapolis. Just not something I've ever done. You could hear it was a Walmart board. This? I'm pretty sure this outdates Walmart. But all right. Hardest trick in skateboarding? I think it depends on the person. I don't know. 360 hard flip is pretty ridiculous. I don't know. How many decks have you made so far? Way too many to count. This company's been in existence since 2012, and we sell all over the world. How do I feel about the new Andy Anderson shape? Here, let me show you a shape that we've had for a very long time, and then I'll let you deduce that. This is our twin shape that we've had for a very long time. This is just the template. What do I think of his shape? I think I've seen it before. Anyway, there we go. This is my favorite step to show you guys. Yeah, there's way too many decks to count. Thank you, Harvey. I appreciate you. Lots of practice. Seeing some comments in the chat there. AFK Ant. Here. Hey, AFK Ant. Send me an email on askdayswithcasper@gmail.com and we'll talk about it. We've got a few mods in here already, but yeah, that is a good point, Larry. And I think Paul is correct on that one. Yeah, that is a good point. And yeah, Street Surfer, thank you. Yeah, I mean, making your own boards and boards for other people. Because I mean, while I'm finishing out this top edge, I'm thinking about how it's gonna feel against your foot while you're doing a flip trick. While I'm finishing out this concave and running my hand along the board, I'm imagining this concave is gonna hold your feet in well. It's nice to, that's why, I don't know. It's nice to do the thing that you're making the thing for. You know what I mean? That was worded as poorly as I possibly could have worded it. Ow. Oh, hey, Shell's in here. What's up, Shell? Shell is the creator, and she runs Lady Skate Squad, which is the group that we helped throw a contest with a couple weeks ago. Make sure you guys follow Lady Skate Squad on Instagram. Great place, great people, really cool way to meet some new skaters and find a little group to skate with. Alrighty, let's pop this respirator off, bring you guys over here, and then I think we're gonna have to end the live after this, after sanding this board here. Unfortunately, we are fighting my phone battery. Our decks have a lot of pop. Definitely will, Street Surfer. Popsicles start at 75 bucks. If you don't want to take my word for the quality of these boards, which I completely understand that, Google us, Life Skateboards, check our reviews. We've got one negative review from somebody that doesn't understand we're a board manufacturer and didn't understand why we didn't have public hours. People are weird. And then another person who didn't understand that we are very, very well known for our extremely deep concave. They didn't like it. So they went ahead and measured it for me, and I used their negative review for an ad because what they didn't like about our boards was what we're proud of them for. So then you get to go check our positive reviews. The price of a very high quality board, 75 bucks for a popsicle from us. Popsicle is a high quality board no matter what. You're just gonna get more expensive with the board the more you customize it, like changing your wheelbase, adding wheel wells, stuff like that. People are silly, aren't they? No, he was fine. I straight up quoted their ad because they went and measured the distance between the rail and the concave, which I never took the time to do that, so thank you. I won't name the reviewer, but thanks for the ad. get it. Some people don't like deep concave. We're just very open about how deep our concave is. I don't know, they described our board as a prefab half pipe, which, like, that would be insane if our concave actually reached a radius on either side, but I don't know. Yeah, Shell just said, rumor has it if you ask for mellow, we'll make it. So the rumor actually is on 925 and below boards. So if you saw earlier, we've got our standard press that's 925 and below. That has our standard concave on it, but we do offer a mellow for that. You just got to request it on the website. Yes, we print graphics, but we print our graphics with hand-carved lino blocks instead of heat transfer because we don't want to damage the board before it gets to you. If you'd like to see that process, I do have some shorts showing it off on my channel. Unfortunately, we need to be able to extend Wi-Fi to the other building before I can show you that process live. We're in a big metal box right now. We got Wi-Fi in here. The shipping and printing studio is up the driveway, keeping dust separate from that. So like I said, if you want to see the process, you can check that out. But all of our graphics are available, and you can see those on lifeskateboard.com, including my signature graphic and the graphic with my doggy on it. That's right. You can get Lori on a skateboard. And I can show you guys the Lori graphic before we end the live here. So, Prod Skater Man, you would need to talk to my boss about that. So we would just like start prepping boards for you. We just need to get everything together for you first. But go ahead and contact my boss either through the Life Skateboards Instagram, that's Life Skateboards 1010, or on the contact information on the website, and that's lifeskateboard.com. He will definitely give you some answers on that. I'm glad this is soothing for you. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad I'm making things that people enjoy watching. Of course, good luck to, we don't make a lot of boards for other people, so don't get your hopes up on that. We generally make boards for our customers. But every once in a while, a fit's a fit, you know what I mean? Enjoy your walk, Street Surfer. I'll be here. I don't know, Marks. That's a good question. You're asking the real questions today, aren't you? Yeah, Street Surfer, go take a walk. I'll see you on the next slide. Hey, Rad Racer, that was a real question, all right? I don't think we need to, after all the weird trolley questions I got today, Mark came in here and asked the real one. That's true. I'm kind of liking your questions here, Mark. And AFK, you're learning the nuances of what I hide people for and what I don't hide people for. Are they funny? Are they making me laugh? That's top tier right there. I'm wanting that. If they're trolling, I'm gonna give them a chance to turn things around because I'm, a real person behind this screen. They're not used to real people behind the screen. And then if they continue, that's when I hide them. But now you're learning. You're learning the nuances of being a mod for me. And we'll talk more about it later. My face tattoo, you can just look at them. We've got an unfinished snake on one side that'll get wrapped around my head, then my throat eventually, and then a spider web coming out of my ear on the other side. And I'm sure at plenty points during this live, you could pause it, zoom in, and check them if you want. Sometimes you got to, you know what I mean? us, sometimes we can turn them around. I am very aware now that there's a bunch of people live on YouTube that aren't really doing anything, and I'm sure it's real annoying, and I'm sure people are kind of in the mode of just messing with each other. And so when they hop on here and start messing with me, I kind of try to give them a chance to turn it around. Try to. I don't want to forever ban them from access to the things that I make. Yeah, you're right. You do need smell-o-vision because this place smells amazing. If you've never been inside of a wood shop or inside of anywhere, veneer suppliers, somewhere where they're cutting wood, you've never... Amazing fresh smell of freshly cut wood. It smells like sawdust and skateboards in here. Yeah, thank you. So this guy's ready for graphics. That'll get done next time Sam's in here. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to go ahead and end the live here, guys. I also do make wax. We're going to be doing a drop in the next few months. Yeah, go for it, man, if you want to. If you feel like you're in danger, you probably should, but right, it's a nice, mild, light smell. It smells real nice in here. We use maple, specifically Great Lakes or Canadian maple. Yeah, but I make wax for skateboards. It's called butter bars. It's made to look like a chocolate bar, and the whole point of the company is to create. I'm not very well off myself, but I like to find ways to give back. So I started this wax company where we're going to be shifting some things around, but for every sale, $1 goes to the team member. They get paid ahead of time. They've got a little signature from each of them hidden inside of it. It's kind of like golden ticket kind of style thing where you don't know which signature you're getting. And then $1 for every sale goes into a fund where I can use that for like buying water for sessions or even cash prizes for events. So real soon here, we're gonna be doing that drop. I make everything by hand. I do the packaging by hand. I cut, crease, and apply all the graphics and do all of the artwork with hand-carved Lino blocks. So it takes me a little while, but it's a labor of love. I enjoy it. When I was growing up, me and my friends always used to cut open aluminum cans and melt wax in them to make pieces of wax, so it's just kind of a nostalgic thing for me as well. But indoor skate parks smell so good. Yeah, I mean, kind of similar as long as they're cutting the wood for their park right there. Yeah, Gray Jedi, get a life. He already did, but you guys should listen to him. Well, guys, thank you. Remember that I have a video that just posted. Check that out on my channel. That's Lagoon to the Moon 3. I'm super excited about it. Super excited to hear what you guys think about it because I think it's the best travel video that we've made. It's only 10 minutes long and the majority of it is skateboarding with some flashbacks to Columbus, Indiana, Nashville, Indiana, and Bloomington, Indiana, as well as a trip over to Stoke Run. So if you want to see me, Chuck, and Luke rip some of these boards and go and visit Jim over at the Fireball Farm in Columbia Station, go check that out. I will tell you what to do. I am a skateboard. I am a skateboard. Rabbit the one. Get a life at lifeskateboard.com. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.